At this serious hour for the world, our most beloved SupremeMaster Chinghai once again spoke with SupremeMaster television team members to shed light on the war in Ukraine while answering the team's related questions.
NATO has rejected President Zelensky's request for a no-fly zone over Ukraine, and NATO's excuse was that would cause a war. Is this a good excuse or not, Master?
No-fly zone is a must to save lives, Russian lives and Ukrainian lives. It's already war, so no, not a good excuse.
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
First, they refused also Ukraine to join NATO because they worry Russia will use that excuse to make war with Ukraine. But they refused, and Russia knows that, and they still make war with Ukraine.
Right, Master.
That's right.
So now they say something like they worry there's a nuclear war if they order the no-fly zone.
Yes, that's right.
Maybe they wait again next time until the nuclear war begins already, and then I don't know what other excuse they will have.
Right, Master.
Because Russia did not respect anything.
Yes, Master.
Did not respect NATO. NATO already say, okay, we don't have Ukraine as a member. So that should satisfy Russia already.
Yes.
So that was the beginning. That was the excuse that they want to come in. They say if they stop Ukraine to go into NATO, they don't want it. They say if Ukraine joins NATO, then there would be a problem. They will make war. Now they did already. And NATO still doesn't admit Ukraine.
Yes, Master.
And now they just ask for a no-fly zone, and they refuse again. I don't know who has any spying in the NATO organization or not. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why Trump did not want to continue a relationship with them. Yeah, because actually NATO got paid a lot of money.
Yes.
And a lot of money goes into Europe. And then Europe used the money to buy oil or gas or whatever from Russia.
Well, I have to say, I think it's very sad when Germany makes a massive oil and gas deal with Russia, where you're supposed to be guarding against Russia, and Germany goes out and pays billions and billions of dollars a year to Russia. So we're protecting Germany, we're protecting France, we're protecting all of these countries, and then numerous of the countries go out and make a pipeline deal with Russia, where they're paying billions of dollars into the coffers of Russia. We're supposed to be protecting you from Russia, but why are you paying billions of dollars to Russia for energy? Why are countries in NATO, namely Germany, having a large percentage of their energy needs paid, to Russia and taken care of by Russia?
So what's the use of all that?
No use.
He feels like it's no sense, no logic.
Yeah.
So you can see now, NATO, you can't even trust them. NATO refused Ukraine, EU refused Ukraine, America crossed their arms in front of their chest, watching on. So Ukraine is left alone to fend for themselves or to die alone. Talking about good neighbors. Love thy neighbors and all that.
Yes, Master.
They make an excuse saying that if they order no-fly zone, that means they could maybe trigger the nuclear war in Europe.
Yes, Master.
But just maybe, because Russia will be also afraid of NATO and the world and many countries that have nuclear.
Right, Master. True.
And even maybe more than Russia has.
Yes.
If all the countries put together.
Yes.
Because Russia is the one, and they have many nuclear in many other countries, including India, even.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
So first they refuse Ukraine because they say an excuse like Russia will make an excuse to war with Ukraine, and Russia already did. And they still don't accept Ukraine, and now they make an excuse say it might trigger a nuclear war. So they refuse Ukraine again. Probably they wait until nuclear comes.
Yes,
And
Master.
at that time, it might be too late to react.
Yes, Master.
Maybe they'll be dead already. Because you can see Russia putting, he does things using elements of surprise. Up to now, he didn't tell anybody that he's going to make war with Ukraine, even though he already built up an army force next to the border.
Yes, Master.
And meanwhile, keep saying, no, we don't talk about that. Even he told his vice chief, no, we don't talk about conflict with Ukraine, something like that. And he didn't tell anyone else. He didn't tell his people even. Even the army did not know until maybe last minute. So I told you that's why Trump did not want to continue with their relationship.
Wow. Right.
You can see that.
Yes, Mr. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So maybe Trump is more far-sighted. He's too many steps ahead of his other politicians
Yes, Mr.
in the United States of America. I don't know NATO. What for are they there? I don't know. And UN, I don't know for what they are there. And I don't know EU, what for they are there. America also, the government of America. I also don't know what they're doing there either.
Yes, Mr.
Just sitting there, eating the tax money, and having big positions. So can talk loud, talk big.
Yes, ma'am.
Wasting time, wasting money all day long. God. Poor Trump. He cannot mix well with this kind of group.
Yes, Master.
And UK, long time ago, they've been, like invading many countries. And now they don't do it anymore. And somebody else invaded their neighbors and they don't want to help. But the UK's defense minister also objected to the no-fly zone, right?
Yes, Master.
Now you know, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Master.
Truly, a friend in need is a friend indeed. It's difficult to find friends in this world. Now they saw that Ukraine is weaker and doesn't have a lot of anything to offer them. And even against Russia, they all go with Russia. Isn't that a shame?
Yes, Master.
Huh?
Yes, Master.
How can you stand with a bully and almost like helping to beat up the smaller guy?
That's right.
In any sense, this is really cowardly. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Truly like that. I don't know what they're doing, the whole big people of the world.
Yes, Master.
You got what I say already, yeah?
Yes,
Master.
It is not about the size of any country. It is the principle of NATO, the principle of the EU, the principle of the free world, that you should protect somebody weak and meek, especially when they have the same principle that you uphold so high.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
The principle of freedom, the principle of fairness is a free world, the free world motto that they adhere to. The same with NATO. They joined together because they wanted to have strength of the united entity.
Yes.
So just to protect their freedom, their sovereignty of each country. So they joined together so that others will not dare to attack them because they're strong, united, we stand.
Yes.
The same principle Ukrainians are fighting for now. And they just ignore it. They don't just ignore Ukraine, they ignore their own highly valued, precious principle.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
As if they say one thing and do another.
Yes.
Ukraine is not NATO. They already refused him because of fear of Russia. What a shame. And then now they refuse to have Ukraine in the best way they can. So now it seems like they open the door for Russia to come in. Open the sky and tell Russia to come and bomb these weak people.
Yes, Master.
Because they have nothing to defend you. Just go in, man.
Yes, Master.
Oh, my God. Can you see the picture?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
How shameless.
Yes.
If the neighbor is not your family, of course, but if he's not a bad guy and he's in trouble, wouldn't you help?
Yes, Master.
Yes, master.
Because you can, not just because you cannot.
Yes, Master.
Because you can.
Yes.
And you just standing there and calculating, what will I get? If I help this neighbor, will that bully also later try to beat me also? No, you have not just one neighbor, you have many neighbors. The whole community of the world is also rejecting Russia. But maybe just in talk and in some small actions only.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
You don't have just one neighbor. So why you worry about the bully will come and beat you up? You just call all the neighbors together and help that weak guy so he survives.
Yes, Master.
And then shoo that bully away.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, or put him somewhere he belongs, like prison or something. Call the police. Put putting in the Hague, the International Criminal Court, where he belongs. Something like that. But no, just stand by there and watch on as people dying, children are suffering. A million of people have to run away, live in their home, live in their husband, wife, whatever. And the whole lifetime of their labor, their house, and their security. Going to another country, begging for security and safety, just like beggars.
Yes,
Killing their dignity as well. Helping Russia to do it. Such a shame.
Yes, it is, Master.
They don't have any shame. Are they a man or they're just some sissy something? The government didn't want to do anything, but some veterans even in America, they went into Ukraine to join the fight because they understand the principle.
Yes, Master.
Whereas the big shots sitting on high, using tax money for comfort and security by themselves, don't want to do anything. Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
Yes.
I don't know where these people will go, though. I don't think any heaven will accept them. Even though the principle of heaven is not to kill, but also not to let other people kill others either. No?
That's true, Master.
Yes, Master.
They did not have to fight. They just have to hiss. So the Ukrainians, they should not have gone into this terrible war if the world has reacted earlier.
Yes.
If they hissed earlier.
Yes,
As I told you, they could have also put an array of armies bigger than Putin because there are more countries than Putin. Also at the border of Ukraine. Just to hiss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Prevention. So that Russia will think twice if they want to go in to invade Ukraine. They do nothing. Did nothing. Let everything open for Russia to come in as if inviting them already with the invitation card. Got that?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
The inaction from NATO, EU, and the whole world is also acting as an accomplice
Yes.
with Russia to kill Ukrainian people. Oh man, they don't know. They will also go to hell
Oh.
because they're not doing anything good. They're just taking but not giving.
Yes, Master.
Same. Same with the accomplice. Same as the aggressor. Well, a little bit less, of course. But when you do nothing, that means you're also helping the aggressor.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
When you could, but you don't.
Yes.
If you could not, that's a different thing. But you have everything. You even have nuclear yourself. So why could the other scare you and you not scare him?
Yes.
And you're more populated. You're bigger. You are many allies together. That I don't understand anymore.
Yes, Master.
Except disrespect. I don't have any respect for this kind of so-called gentlemen. Useless. Good for nothing. Good for nothing. No wonder Trump got away from them. He knows.
Yes.
He smells it.
Yeah.
Just a name, just an organization in name. But that's nothing really good. All right. Oh, that means they agree. They just let Putin do what he wants. Not Russia. We cannot even say Russia.
Yeah.
Because the Russian people did not know anything.
Yes, that's true.
Until maybe now they know even less. They just say special operation goes smoothly as planned.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Using all this lying. Oh man, poor Russian people. If the world finally wakes up one day and gets fed up and bombs Russia, then I feel truly sorry for the Russians. It's not their fault.
Yes, Master.
It's Putin and his gangs who are using Russian people's trust and using their money to wage war on the innocent neighbors, on the less strong neighbors who didn't do anything wrong to them. I truly hope the world wakes up. Oh my God, I worked too hard already. This is their job.
Yeah.
It's their job. They should do it.
That's right, Master.
Well, they don't want to do anything because all this evil is sitting on the top. Yeah, never mind. We can only blame the world's karma. But still, I feel very sorry for the Ukrainians. And because of their very noble spirit. They're not just any nation. Their spirit is very noble. They're really not concerned about their own safety. but about their people's safety and their countries. I really salute them for that. And I really feel ashamed for the European Union, for NATO, and America as well. I won't apologize for that. Never. Did I answer you well?
Yes, Master. Thank you, Master.
Any more?
Yes, Master. Putin says he wants to eliminate Nazis in Ukraine,
Yeah.
and he also arranged for a Chechen hit squad to attempt to assassinate Ukrainian President Zelensky, and that fortunately failed.
Yeah.
Is it true Ukrainians are Nazis, Master?
Yeah. That's why they elected a Jewish president. Obvious, isn't it?
Very obvious. He's Jewish.
Very good joke. Very good joke. Huh.
Exactly, very good
My
joke.
God. I think Putin is now even uneducated in the political arena. He's not only uneducated in martial arts principle, he's uneducated in moral standard, he's uneducated in respect for all community leaders, and he is even uneducated in history. Oh, send him back to kindergarten, please.
Yes, Master.
Oh.
We wish we could.
Yeah, wish he learned so well. The ABC again. Zelensky is Jewish, and he is won in a landslide, 70-something%. And Zelensky is a Nazi, so they want to assassinate him. Even using so small criminal tactic like snooping into somebody's place and killing him quietly. Assassinate.
Yes, Master.
Not even outright war is good enough. Oh, give me a break, my God. A Jew is Nazi. Oh, yes, that's true. You know how the Jews get on very well with Nazi people, right?
Right, Master.
Yeah. 6 million Jews died at the hands of the Nazis. And now a Jew is a president, and he's a Nazi as well. Oh,
Yes.
the world is a joke, or what? And everybody listens to that, doing nothing?
It's really ridiculous what he's saying.
Ridiculous. They eat too much and they drink too much wine and they're just so sleepy all the time and don't want to do anything. Any other questions?
Yes, Master. Why was President Trump friendly to Russia?
Oh, before, yes. Now he's not. Now he was condemning the war in Ukraine recently.
Yes, Master.
Anyway, before. He's a peaceful guy. So whoever doesn't make trouble, he befriends them.
Understand, Master.
Just like one of United States of America presidents before said, I destroy my enemies by making them my friends.
Yes.
Besides, at that time, Russia was very not dominant,
Yes.
very quiet,
Yes.
and whatever, it's okay. So he saw Russia was not very strong and not aggressive.
Yes, Master.
And Russia is on the Security Council in UN.
Oh, yes.
What a choice also again. All right, another good choice. I mean sarcastically, sorry. Don't criticize me like Trump when he says something about Russia.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. Just like before, I say, Jews and Nazis are very friendly together. I mean the opposite. You know that, right?
Yes, we do.
He befriends Russia because there was no reason not to befriend.
Right.
And Russia and America together, he befriends anyone who is not harmful to America.
Yes,
Understand.
So that his country will be more strong, have more allies, and contrast to some other country who is not good for America, supposed to be like China, for example.
Yes.
And now the new administration offends Russia, so now Russia and China are together.
Right.
If China is in opposition to America, that means America has lost a big ally.
All right.
So President Trump did not want that. He forced on that.
Yes, Master.
He's way ahead of his other politicians, even those who follow him.
Yes.
He does everything that is good for America, and of course, in turn, will be good for the world.
Yes, Master.
That's the only reason. I don't see any other reason why he befriends with Russia. He is not your enemy, so he is your friend. Isn't that logical?
Yes,
Yeah.
It is.
And he just wants to have one more ally, big ally.
Yes,
against the so-called enemy, whoever. If you have more friends, it's better than more enemies, no?
Yes,
And now it looks like America has more enemies now. You know, China and Russia together. The powerful countries,
Yes, Master.
the big powers.
Yes. The West is hesitating to help Ukraine. Is it because Ukraine is such a small country? Is that correct thinking, Master?
Possible, yes?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what it is, no? They rather sacrifice Ukraine for whatever they think.
I see.
Good for them or to avoid nuclear war, whatever, yeah. But why should the world worry about Putin having nuclear? All of them have. Most of them have.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
Master.
Putin should be afraid of them instead of the other way around. Yeah?
Right,
that's
Master.
right, that's right.
Oh, man. I don't know what they're doing. Just eating tax money. And then their spying goes too soft. Yeah? Soft spying.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody wants war, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, except Putin. But if somebody beats you up, you have to defend, no?
Yes,
Right, Master.
Master.
Or if somebody threatens that he's going to beat you up, then you have to prepare,
Yes.
yeah, to protect yourself.
Yes.
Oh, man. They take it all wrong. When they should not make war, they make war. And when they should defend themselves against the war, they don't want to do it.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, all right. My God. Now, there are 1 million refugees from Ukraine already. They would rather feed them like beggars instead of helping them to stand on their own feet and keep their dignity and sovereignty. I don't understand the war anymore. Well, I never did, but now I understand even less.
Yes, Master.
They just want to make excuses. It's easy. But they don't know. If Russia takes over Ukraine, they will not be safe either.
True. Yes.
And since Russia already broke its promise, like NATO doesn't want to accept Ukraine as a member already, they should move, go home.
Yeah.
He didn't. He gets bigger because Putin sees that the world is weak.
Yes.
I mean, NATO is weak. So he did not back off. Even NATO already kept their promise not to take Ukraine in. See that?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
So how would they believe that Putin will not use nuclear on them if they don't have Ukraine?
Yeah.
How would they believe Putin? You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
He say anything he wants, anytime, and even say Zelensky, is a Nazi.
Yes.
He's a Jewish man, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that,
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
and the people liked him. Well, now he proves even his worth. Yeah,
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
yeah.
right.
Jewish or not, he defends his country
Yes.
Yes.
all alone like that with his, small army.
Yes.
Oh my God. If you're content with that and you have any other question, please tell me.
Yes, Master. Regarding the 3 regions that Russia has taken away from Ukraine, namely Crimea and the breakaway regions of Donetsk and Luhansk, the Donbass regions, Master, what would be the best thing to do about these areas?
They belong to Ukraine, so they should be returned to Ukraine, unquestioned.
Yes. Yes, Master.
It used to be Ukraine, so let it be.
Right, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, there were Ukrainians and have always been Ukrainians until Russia came in and took away Crimea.
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Well, the world watched on, and now they watch on again. They watch on with the other 2 afterward regions, and now they watch on as Russia is eating up further into Ukraine.
Yes, Master.
Whole body. Yeah.
Wow.
All kind of excuses. They're advancing towards Kiev now, according to the map on the news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
They took more regions now near Kiev. Not that near, but the nearest.
Yes, Master.
And they're advancing.
Yes.
Yeah. And the world just watch on and talking big and making excuses. The lame excuses. Shameless excuses. Yeah. Oh, man, all these heroes and big men, generals, whatever, yeah. But I heard some other news. Some bipartisan House Representatives group, they are going to, as far as they can, to investigate the Ukraine war to see for themselves what's going on.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yes.
Very brave of them. Bipartisan, not just one party. Yeah.
Yes, Master.
So I like to see that news. But I wonder if they could do anything to help Ukraine because they are already at war. Russia is already inside.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
Master.
so near Kyiv already. Oh my God. They took some, maybe 1, 2 other areas already, strategically
Yes.
good for them, for their invasion. Easy to move in, to move things and all that already. Almost surrounding already.
Yes, Master.
So it's only some regions in the far other corner that are still free of Russia. So people fleeing from there. And you can't trust Putin even because they already signed a truce and even ceasefire and then to open a corridor for humanitarian aid as well as for refugees
Yes.
to go out.
Yes.
But then they shoot at them.
Yeah.
Wow.
They shoot them or bomb them. Yeah. So the movement of the refugees had to come to a halt now.
Yes.
Every country is against Russia. They're doing something, like forbid the Russia airlines, airplanes, and seizing their yachts or whatever they can do. Yeah.
Yes,
But
Master.
just small parts, it's like scratching the socks for the itching inside. For itching, just scratching outside the socks. Oh man. But you see, this seems like the devil is taking over. So it makes everybody to be in a daze or something. They don't understand or they don't listen or they're fearful or whatever. Looks like they're under a spell, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Because before they would all jump in and kick Russia out of the country long ago already, just like they did last time in the last European conflict.
Oh, yes, Master.
Very quick, yeah? Within maybe 1 month, or more or less 1 month. They kick Milo out, yeah? For example, like that, and ended the war immediately. The night I ended my lecture tour in Europe, that's the day they signed the peace accord.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ended the war, finished so quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now everybody just sits there and pick their teeth or something, not doing much. Don't want to. They're under a spell or something. See what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
And all the devils are on top. Yeah. Tell me anything else?
Yes, Master. In Russia, the government said to their people the action in Ukraine is a special military operation, and people in Russia cannot use social media like Facebook or search for the word war. And the media in Russia cannot cover the details in Ukraine as well. It seems like the Russian people have no idea about what is happening in Ukraine. Why is that so, Master?
Why? Because Putin would yell them, shut down their newspaper or media outlet. He doesn't want anybody in Russia to know.
Right,
Yeah,
Master.
and all the CNN or BBC or whatever news agencies in Russia, they're packing to go.
Right.
Yeah, now it's a new law even. They would jail them. They already jailed some,
Wow.
Yes, Master.
their own or foreigners. And then they shut everybody up. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
Yeah. Putin doesn't want people to know that he's aggressively killing Ukrainians and invading Ukraine because he knows this war is illegal
Right.
and this war is unethical. So if people knew in advance, they would stop him. They would go to protest, and they are doing it now, even though he jails them.
Yes.
Yeah, many thousands in Russia have been jailed already for protesting the war in Ukraine. See what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
And all the newspapers only report what he wants them to report. And international journalists are packing. And they say because our staff, our personnel safety is number one. is a priority. So they tell him to go. Yeah. Now, that's why he doesn't want people to know. He did all secretly, creepily.
Yes.
Even they don't let the international community know that he's going into Ukraine until they went in already, almost.
Yes, Master.
And what for anyway? The international community didn't do much until then. They knew already. They could see it, that he amassed the army at the border of Ukraine. What for if you don't want to go into invade?
Yes, Master.
And then just issue some threats and say this and that. So people think, oh, this is just Russia. Putin just threatens. They just use the border army array just to threaten people.
Yes, Master.
Not invading, not warring. Then when everybody did not expect, they went in just like that. Or maybe they didn't want to interfere. They just wait and see or whatever. Just judging by their reaction right now from the EU, from NATO, from America, for example, it looked like they didn't want to.
Right, Master.
They knew, but they did not want to do anything, as I told you already. All kinds of excuses. So now many Russians are so shocked. They say, we didn't know that. And they went on the street to protest. Thousands of them. Many. Putting jail them all. Then they went out again. Different groups or something. Even all the Russian elite children, they also all went out. In some way, they protest the war. They are against the war in Ukraine.
Yes, Master.
And many of Putin's closest allies also now deserted him.
Oh, that's good.
Deserted him. Deserted Russia. Yeah. Well, that's bad for Russia, you know. I think should not because of Putin fall out with Russia, but now the Russian people suffer economically.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, Master.
Yes.
Many businesses closed, many things refused, even airlines and all that. So now I don't know what Russia is going to do. Only the domestic planes continue. International flights have all stopped now.
Yes.
For example, like that. And even Turkey closed the waterway, so Russia cannot come in there. But they already have some. Russia have these navy and ships and all that already ready in Crimea because they have water there also, you see?
Yes, Master.
And I think that Putin has prepared some already. Oh, man. And now if NATO doesn't make the no-fly zone, then I don't know what to do with Ukraine. NATO, they say that if they put a no-fly zone, then if the Russian airplane comes in, NATO will have to shoot. They didn't come in yet.
Right, Master.
Yeah, if you have a no-fly zone, maybe they don't want to come in because they know they will be bombed and they will die.
Yes.
Right,
The airplane expensive will be shut down. So useless to go in. So why don't they use any means they have
Yes.
to help in easing the war? Because if you continue giving in, then you never know if Russia will use nuclear weapons anyway. Just like he invades Ukraine anyway, even though he doesn't have any excuse,
Yes, correct, Master.
any logical, any true excuse. So it's all BS, you know. Americans would say it's all BS. Any other questions?
Yes, Master, the Ukrainian soldiers are not spiritual practitioners, and they are not vegan.
Yeah.
They're just fighting for their country. So why does Master say that they are noble and worthy?
Yes, they are. Because their spirit of sacrifice for others is so strong. If a primary school student is excellent in his studies, then you have to also give him the best certificate, no?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true, Master.
And congratulate him, praise him, and say, good job.
Yeah, exactly.
Not compare him to the high school graduate.
Yes, that's true.
He's a primary student. He did the best job he could in his capacity. He's diligent, he's intelligent, he tried his best. And he's an excellent student for primary school.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Not because he's not in high school or not in college. You would say, oh, it's nothing. It's small stuff. Wait until you go to college. And if you are good there, then we would say you are excellent.
Understand.
No, everyone, when they do their best, then they did their best. Then they're good in their capacity.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yeah, in their position, in their understanding. And even for that, maybe they are not spiritually high, but they sacrifice. Everybody values their life.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Everybody loves to live. And these young people, they willingly give up their life for someone else's life.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
That is excellent. That is very noble. So I just say the truth.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Even if they're not vegan and they don't know much about the spiritual practice, but they still have such a noble character already. That's even so better, even so more worthy to be praised.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, because they did that just by nature, by their own natural tendency. Then that means that person is worthy of praise, truly has nobility in his being.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
But the world is all topsy-turvy anyway. Oh, my God. Like NATO, big organization, tough, powerful, gets so much money in the world to exist and just refuse to help somebody.
Yeah.
You have muscle and you just stand by, seeing the weak person being beaten up in front of you by a big bully.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what kind of gentleman is that? I'm really disappointed. How many more Ukrainians will be dead, maimed, or disabled? How many more children should die? How many more disasters by bombing and by all kinds of weapons raining down upon Ukraine until NATO would do something to help as a gentleman, as a hero?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Of course, they can make excuse saying that Ukraine is not a NATO member. Oh, sure. The neighbor is not your family member. But if he is in trouble, you help him, no?
Yes, Master.
Right.
Because you're capable.
Yes.
Yeah, not like you're weak or anything.
Yes, Master.
So I don't understand it. I really don't have any respect for these people. Truly not. Not anymore. Oh, man. God, what a world. So like that, whatever excuse they have, they just let Ukraine die like that. Huh? And then the next one is Moldova, and then the next one we never know.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
that's
Master.
true.
Looks like Putin is eyeing every country around that and more. And then when he controls more of all these NATO members, then nobody can oppose him anymore.
Right, Master.
Nothing.
Yes, Master.
So I don't know how long NATO will wait for that to happen before they flex some muscle. Oh, my God, all these lame excuses. And they're supposed to be general and commander of the armies, not just one army, but international armies. And so lame like that, so weak and so spineless like that. Oh, God, so disappointing. So disappointing. Whatever excuse they make, they just let Ukraine die because Russia doesn't seem to stop.
Yes.
Right, Master.
And they know Ukraine is no match, even if they have a big spirit.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Ukraine is no match for Russia. This is a problem with the free world. Sometimes they say they will protect freedom and all that, but when it comes to real action, it doesn't seem like anybody wants to decide to do it, to walk the talk.
Yes.
That's right.
And then finally there will be the communist or whatever union, whatever, ideology that they wanted to avoid would grow bigger.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Just like now, if they say they don't want to help Ukraine because fear of nuclear, so it's so easy. So Russia know now they will continue to invade Ukraine, yeah?
Yes.
The NATO and the free world seem to fear his nuclear, okay? And then after Ukraine, he will invade another one and another one and another one. And that's how it is.
Yes.
How it will be, because they're always in fear of nuclear.
Yes, that's right.
They will not dare to do anything just because of a threat of nuclear.
Yes.
Yeah. If Ukraine, they're free of nuclear and they take Ukraine, then the next one will be the same.
Yeah, that's right.
Also say, oh, we're in fear of nuclear, so we don't dare to do anything.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
My
Master.
God. Ukraine asked only for the no-fly zone order.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And suppose Russia even still flies in there. That is the future. We don't even know if they fly in or not. They would be scared to fly in.
Yes, that's right.
If they know if it's a no-fly zone, they would at least think twice, no?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, they wouldn't like to just fly in and die, no?
That's right, Master.
Yeah. And even then, if they don't want to shoot Russia, they still can stop then.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Didn't do anything and worry about the outcome already.
Yes, Master.
Then what for they get together? Because all the NATO countries nearby Ukraine. And suppose they invade one of the countries, they also fear nuclear because nuclear will not go away then.
Yes.
And then Russia will keep swallowing one after another. Is that what they want?
Yes, Master.
Right.
Yeah. The free world has to be more decisive and to protect their own ideology. Otherwise, we cannot blame communism for advancing. Yeah?
That's
Yes,
right.
Master.
Yes.
That's the reason why Vietnam is following communist policy now. Because before, Ho Chi Minh went asked America for help.
Yes, that's right.
And then America refused.
Wow.
Yes, Master.
And then he asked other countries. The so-called free world refused, so he has to ask the communist country. He has to ask Russia then. And Russia immediately helped because they want to expand their territory,
Yes, Master.
their ideological territory. So that's how Vietnam became communist. And that's how many others also became communist.
Yes.
Yes.
Master.
Yeah, so on one hand, the free world says we will protect freedom, we will fight for freedom. On the other hand, they just laissez-faire, do nothing. When it comes to real decision to help other countries who have the same goal as them, they say love is looking in the same direction, meaning you're together. You have the same idea together, yeah? So you should be together, like birds in the same flock. A bird with the same feather, flock together, fly together, yeah. Ukraine was looking in the same direction, but the free world turned away, turned their head away,
Yes, they
Yes,
did.
Master.
similar to Vietnam. And then after that went to fight in Vietnam and killing many more people. They could have prevented it before.
Yes.
Yes.
They could have helped in different way, better way, yeah?
Yes, Master.
And then now, if Ukraine's lost, then I don't know if any other country will be able to stay, not go to the communist or Russia
Yes, Master.
in particular. Because if the others don't help, then of course they'll be lost. They can only fight for so long with their own weaker power compared to Russia. History repeats itself.
Yes.
So the free world cannot blame Russia if Ukraine joins them.
Yes,
That's right.
Master.
If they had no more choice, they'll be lost.
Yes, Master.
If they lose their country, then that's it. And Putin already threatened to take the statehood of Ukraine away.
Wow.
Yeah, that means he will make it into Russia,
Yes.
like one of the regions of Russia only.
Yes, Master.
That will become Russia, Ukraine, something like that. Terrible, terrible.
It is.
Yeah.
Because the nuclear will not go away. So every time Russia goes to another country to invade, Putin will say, we will have nuclear if you interfere.
Yes.
So that will be forever like that then.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Because if they can take Ukraine, why not other countries?
Yeah.
Because he wants to extend his territory,
Yes, that's right.
just to feel powerful.
Wow.
There's no need. What for he needs to have another country to join Russia? What for?
Yeah.
Huh? Ukraine did not need him, and the Russian people don't need Ukraine to survive, to live.
Yes, that's right.
No, nobody wants it. That's why he hide it from his people. He didn't tell his people what's going on, and he shut all the media up. Whoever reports about Ukraine war or jailed them, making all kinds of excuses, drugs or I don't know what, fake news or Nazis or whatever.
Yes, Master.
So if EU or NATO or America don't do much, then one by one Russia will take every country.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And see how long they fear the nuclear. See that?
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
NATO also has a little bit of some unintentional responsibility because they keep expanding their territory next to Russia. So it gives Putin an excuse to invade Ukraine because he also worries that Ukraine will join NATO, and that will be like the last country next to Russia. So even though NATO did not mean to vex Putin, they also have a little bit of responsibility in this war. So I think they should help Ukraine in any way they can. to close the no-fly zone. It's not like killing anybody.
Yes.
And if Russia even wants to go there and let itself be killed, then it won't be NATO's fault.
Yes, Master.
But Putin also is territorial and greedy, because Ukraine doesn't belong to Russia anymore, so he has no right to forbid them to join whatever they want to join. When the Soviet Union broke up, then it's broken up for many years, many decades already. Just
Yes.
like a relationship, as I told you. When two people agree to divorce, then it's done.
Yes.
Just like he divorced his wife for another younger woman, 30 years younger than him.
Wow.
And his wife would not come back and bomb his house, or his wife just saying that they should not do this, they should not do that.
No, she wouldn't.
Yeah, and if they do it, she would threaten them with what.
Yes, Master.
So in private life, we do things that we agree with each other to do and keep the promise. And in public life or, international relationships, it's the same. When the affinity is resolved by karma or by chance or by anything, even if you can't explain it, it's done, then it's done. You should never be so clutchy,
Yes.
not to be so possessive and clutchy,
Yes.
like making people suffocated.
Yes.
And even if you want them to join you, they won't want to anymore. If you're using coercion or brutality, it's like bullying and old flame.
Yes, Master.
So actually, just the world is crazy. But politics is crazy. I mean, bad politics is crazy.
Yes.
The Ukraine people, they're innocent. They have not done anything wrong to Russia, so they don't deserve this way. They don't deserve such a brutal attack.
Yes, Master. Not at all.
Not by heaven's judgment, not by human standards, not even by animal people's standards.
Yes.
People often look down upon animal people, thinking they are dumb, they are this and that, they are wild, but they don't do this kind of thing.
No, they don't.
If they have to kill to eat, it's because they have to, yeah?
Yes, Master.
They're forced to do that. But they don't just go and make excuses to kill at random and kill en masse like that, like humans. We humans are the worst species on this planet, truly.
Yes.
Oh, terrible. I mean, some humans. And it takes only a couple, a handful of people to make war.
Yes.
The rest of the Russian people, if you ask them, if you give them a chance to answer what they want, they will say, no war, no. We are okay as we are. Why make war for what?
That's right.
Certainly, war will affect everybody and make things difficult for them, for the aggressor country as well as for the country being attacked.
Yes, for sure.
Anyway, heavens, we are trying very hard to minimize it, but human karma is so heavy, so heavy.
Yes, Master.
Anything else you want to ask?
Master, you mentioned about the devils putting the international community under a spell. I was wondering, how do we break that? Can we pray for that spell to be broken?
You will go break it. It is humanity who enforced that spell, because their violent way of life. It's not Putin alone who can do all this. I keep telling you many times already.
Yes, Master.
That's why they sit on high, all these devils controlling millions of people. Because humanity creates that kind of possibility for them.
Yes, Master.
How to break the spell. You know how to. Go vegan.
Yes, Master.
Make peace. Do good deeds.
We deeply thank Compassionate Master for her eye-opening words as we pray that all concerned in power take immediate action to protect the noble Ukrainians together with their precious land in the name of humanity. May heavens have mercy and guide us into peace as each hour counts. Wishing beloved Master long-lasting health in the constant protection of all divine goddesses. To learn more about why the world must actively stand with Ukraine, please tune into Between Master and Disciples later for the full broadcast of this conference. Also, for your reference, please check out previous related fly-in news or Between Master and Disciples conferences such as fly-in news. The ingredients needed to awaken our God power within. Treasure others' lives by making peace. SupremeMaster Chinghai's thoughts on the urgent situation in Ukraine. The world left Ukraine to fight alone. Between Master and Disciples. SupremeMaster Chinghai's courageous work for the world. People need true, strong and wise leaders. Women have to be protected and respected. A president should protect his people's lives. Vengeance never brings peace. The true jihad, real compassion and moral standards is the real solution.